Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, April 20th, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. I really wish Maryland weather would get its act together. Yesterday, it was so bipolar. Cold and cloudy in the morning, sunny midday, and cold and cloudy again by the afternoon. But hey, a friend of mine up in Harold Harbor told me that she had cicada holes in her yard. So they're coming. And so's today's news and weather. So let's get into it. The Anne Arundel County Police are searching for two unidentified black men who nearly abducted a woman on Saturday night. At about 11:30 p.m., the woman was getting out of her car at the Courtyard by Marriott on West Nursery Road. She was approached by two males in the car. One pointed a gun at her and demanded money, credit cards, and the car keys. The other suspect grabbed her by the sweater and said she was going with them. She was able to break free from them and run to safety into the hotel. The suspects did escape. The police do not have much of a description to go on, and they're asking anybody that has any information to contact them at 410-222-6135. In other police news, an idiot was arrested at BWI on Sunday. A Cockeysville man was unaware that a loaded 9mm handgun was packed in his carry-on bag. When he was stopped at security, he said he had forgotten. Well, he missed his flight and now faces some stiff fines after finally being released. And for those keeping count, this was the sixth gun found at BWI this year. Boy, the hits keep coming for the kids. First proms were canceled, and now it looks like the planned graduations are being canceled as well. Due to a conflict with the health department's vaccine distribution, the schools are not going to be able to use the event center at Live Hotel and Casino. Dr. Arlotto said in a letter that they are looking at alternatives and will do all he can to ensure, quote, the greatest possible experience, unquote, for graduating seniors. I'm not quite sure what that means. He did say that attendance will be significantly reduced, so you want to hold on inviting that extended family to travel halfway across the world to see a graduation. It looks like the white knights that were riding in to save Tribune Publishing and subsequently the Baltimore Sun and our own capital may be riding out of town, unfortunately. The man with most of the money bailed over the weekend, according to the New York Times, and that left Stuart Bainum with about $580 million that he had to come up with. Still, he says he can find people to come up with that money, but it seems that the board at Tribune does not feel confident and has recommended for the second time to accept the offer from Alden Capital, which amounts to about $633 million. Man, if these guys get it, I hope they don't screw with the cap and the Sun like they have elsewhere. I really do. And Governor Hogan is giving Baltimore a helping hand. He announced yesterday that they will relocate more than 3,000 state employees to Baltimore's Central Business District. The largest departments affected are going to be the Maryland Health Department as well as the Department of Human Services. The Gov said the move will cost about $50 million. And man, I'll tell you, the money is flying around here in this pandemic. As we start to wrap up, you want to stay tuned a bit later today for the beer cast we had with Katzif Brothers. That will release probably sometime afternoon. And I am guessing that Mayor Buckley will not be doing a podcast like we thought he would be. This administration does this often. They call, they say, hey, can we do a podcast? And then they ghost me. So I'm getting kind of used to it. And it's almost like we're dating or something. All right, that does wrap up the news for us today. A huge thank you to our sponsors for this daily news brief, Solar Energy Services up in Millersville and the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company. So now, hang tight. George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather report. All of that gets underway in just 1 minute after we hear from Rick Peters from Solar Energy Services.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010. 10, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, April 20th. Yesterday worked out pretty well on the whole, despite a little midday rain shower activity, but today should be the best day of the week weather-wise, with plenty of sunshine and temps in the 70s across all of Anne Arundel County, though still possibly cooler in areas right near the water. Ahead of a warm and breezy Wednesday with temps again near 70 degrees, but winds will gust over 30 or 40 miles per hour at times as a strong cold front moves through from west to east as low pressure moves by to the northwest of the mid-Atlantic region, likely bringing rain to the area late in the day Wednesday with some thunderstorms possible as well, before temps drop noticeably behind the front with AM lows in the 30s on Thursday morning, with highs only in the 55 to 60 degree range with sunshine Thursday before a nice rebound day Friday, with sunshine in mid to upper 60s to end the work and school week. As for the weekend, temps should remain in the mid-60s to maybe near 70 for high temps for some each day, but we'll likely have to deal with some more rain showers on Saturday, possibly lasting into Sunday morning. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DC MDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DC MDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Store, and also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and use our website each day by visiting DCMDVAweather.com, so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
Did you know that home values jumped over 10% on average in 2020? And we are expected to see more increases over the next 3 to 6 months. What's causing this rise in value? First, limited inventory. We have about 60% fewer homes on the market right now than we did the same time last year. Second, low interest rates. People can afford more home right now, and that is very appealing. Third, increased buyer demand. We literally have over 20 interested and qualified buyers waiting for the right home to come on the market, and we are not alone. If you were ever thinking of timing the market just right to get the highest price in recent history, your time has come. My team is available and ready. Give us a call today. We'll check your home's value and break neighborhood records.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.